welcome to this week's episode of Honestly. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
And I'm Dr. Lindsay.
And welcome. This week we have a very special guest star. Taylor Ferguson is in the closet. Woo!
Oh my God, I'm back in the closet? I didn't think about that.
We didn't mean to put you back in the closet.
It's okay. I'll let it slide.
Taylor, can you introduce yourself and tell our listeners just a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Taylor. I am also a chiropractor like Lindsay. That's how we met. And then as you do, you become friends with your friends' friends. So that's how I met Chelsea. And yeah, I live in Denver, practice chiropractic. I work out a lot. I like Starbucks. That's about it. Pretty basic.
You're Wellness Barbie.
I like to think I'm Wellness Barbie.
Yes, you're totally Wellness Barbie. Look at that hair.
Can you plug any of where can people find you, and can you just give them
I do everything all the time and have lots to plug, but I'll keep it short and sweet. My practice, if you're in Denver, is Function First Chiropractic, so you can find that on Google or on Instagram. But yeah, I'm way more fun on Your Wellness Barbie on Instagram. That's really, where you find the real me.
I love it. Okay, so we're going to talk about a couple different things. We are going to get into like your fitness journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
But first, we have to talk about the movie It Ends With Us because Chelsea and I saw it this weekend. You read the book.
I did.
Right?
And real quick, for those of you who don't know, Colleen Hoover wrote a national bestseller that remained on the bestseller list for years. She controls like the top 10 of all best books, but the one that really brought her to fame was It Ends With Us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
I just had to give people maybe you don't know.
Maybe you don't know. If you don't know anything about the book or the movie, okay, Blake Lively is in the movie. Reason number one to go see it. And it's about her dating this guy, Ryle, which is also the world's dumbest name. And he is courting her. She is like, okay, yeah, let's date.
Oh, wait. Can I say, this is nothing but a spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, nothing but spoiler alert.
So if you plug your ears or hop off for the next 7 minutes, if you don't want to hear what we have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so Ryle meets
Ryle Kincaid.
And
what's her name?
Lily Blossom Bloom.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. They meet in the beginning. She's like, no, I'm not that kind of girl to just hook up with you. You got to take me home to your mom. And then, yeah, do you remember that?
No, I guess not.
I don't either.
Yeah. Okay, so then they just meet the one time. They have a quick makeout. And then she thought she would never see him again. She opens up a flower shop. His sister happens to come in and demand a job. Jenny Slate, also hilarious in the movie.
She is the best.
Uh-huh.
She was my favorite part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
She didn't demand a job.
No, she did. She was like, I'm working here.
But it wasn't like pay me. It was like, I'm going to keep showing up. Anyway, Go on. This is your take on it. Sorry.
Okay, so then one day Jenny was saying, hey, my husband and my brother are going to stop in. They're going to the bar to watch the hockey game. And who's her brother? Ryle Kincaid. Mm-hmm. So, dun, dun, dun. So they keep on meeting each other. Okay, I'll just like cut to the chase. They end up dating.
What would you have cut out? What were you going to say?
Like, oh, you should have seen the outfit that she wore to the party.
Yeah, don't miss out on that. Her outfits were everything. I hope her outfits are iconic, kind of like The Devil Wears Prada. Like it just is like holds a place in cinematic history. Okay, sorry, go on.
Didn't she get a lot of crap for how they dressed her in the movie?
Well,
you liked it. I have not seen the movie.
Loved it.
I would say, like, when I was seeing the photos of them filming the movie, hideous. It looked terrible.
But of course it comes together on screen.
Okay.
Yeah, on screen it makes sense.
It's a very boho, free people, revolve, layers on top of layers on top of layers of clothes. I think if you were in the wild, like, regularly and you saw me at Starbucks, you'd be like, that girl is out. Well, you might think that either way. But, like, her outfits were everything. Oh, I loved them.
She loved a good Carhartt.
Oh.
There was a lot of overalls because,
Hot take.
she's like, I don't know, she's a nature girl and she rolls up her sleeves and like loves flowers.
Yeah,
she's
you need those,
artistic.
shears. You need pockets.
Yes, you do.
Your shears.
That's right.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
a jumpsuit.
So they start dating.
So they start dating and oh my God, he's amazing. Until
because he's a neurosurgeon.
He's a neurosurgeon.
And he's very tall, dark, and handsome.
Mm-hmm. He's rich. Tall, dark, and handsome.
She says it.
Okay, so then one day, oh my God, it's amazing. Oh, they're having a moment in the kitchen, and then she's like, your frittata's burning. He's like, whatever. Frittata burns. Smoke alarm goes off. Smoke came out of the oven, and he goes to grab it without an oven mitt, like a dummy.
And he's a doctor,
Idiot.
and he's got a big surgery the next morning.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
So he gets really mad. He's like pulling it out, and then Blake comes up behind him. Sorry, Lily Bloom comes up behind him, and he like elbows her or like maybe punches her in the face. You can't quite tell because it's like blurry. So that's incident number 1. Incident number 2 is that someone sees that she has a black eye. There's a whole lot of backstory here, but he gets in a fight with her ex-boyfriend from high school. That's number 2. Number 3, he finds out that she has ex-boyfriend's number. She chases him around to the stairwell. He maybe she tripped down the stairs. I don't know.
Why are you doing it like that?
Because
she didn't trip down the stairs.
No, but this is what she sees at first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's the way in which you were telling the story.
I'm telling the story how the movie's going.
Okay.
So there's like 3 incidences where it's like, oh my God, these accidents happen. And he kind of like hit her, but like, did he? Because you can't really tell because it's blurry. And then she realizes like, oh yeah, he beat the shit out of me 3 times. And yet she still like, is like, should I take him back or should I not take him back? I don't know.
Okay, the big part that you failed to mention is that she witnessed her mom get beat over her entire childhood.
Oh yeah.
So
I forgot about that storyline.
To witness her mom firsthand at the hands of her father repeatedly being beaten had really impacted her as a child. So she was fearful of her father and then had all these questions surrounding the fact like, Mom, why didn't you leave? Why would you ever stay and take this kind of abuse? So really that's the crux of the story as well. And it's like this internal strife of how do I stay? And she's slowly coming to the terms with the fact that she has repeated the cycle that was what her mother struggled with when she thought it was so easy and like so black and white, like you just leave after something like this. And that's worth mentioning.
For sure.
I kind of forgot about that part of the story.
Yeah, clearly.
I did too.
Okay.
So yeah, and then you watch them, and as someone like my husband who hasn't read the book or he didn't know anything about it, he was like, I kind of want them to end up together. And I was like, I do kind of want them to end up together, but he's so bad. But it's like, you understand how you get caught in the cycle. They don't end up together. Spoiler alert. And then this is the line in the movie when she has her baby. She's like, it ends with us. And then she asks for a divorce from her
first
husband.
She says, I want a divorce. He's like holding her for his baby for the first time.
Yeah, I feel like that was missed. Maybe that like she was pregnant at one point.
Oh yeah, she was pregnant.
Yes,
and
then
She's doing the over. Okay, so
I'm like, oh yeah,
I was like, wait, wasn't she pregnant? Wasn't she pregnant when she fell down the stairs?
I think so.
I think so
She
too.
just like didn't know she was pregnant.
Okay, so they get engaged, they get married, and they get pregnant, and it's the first time she just delivers, and Ryle's sitting there holding the baby, and she looks at him very lovingly, and you think she's going to take him back, and she's like, I want a divorce. And I was like, thank fucking God. And he's like, ugh. She's like, no, and then he leaves, and she's like, it ends with us. It ends with us. I mean, if that's what it takes. Yeah, I mean, it was just very dramatic, but it had to be. I mean, you had to say
yeah, you had to do the drama.
super theatrical. So, Lindsay, what else are your takeaways? Oh, God.
I really liked it. Yeah. However, I think they could have done a little bit more of the suspense or like the feeling of like, oh shit, he's coming home and like her being on edge. Because I feel like in the book, it was a lot of like, oh my God, I don't want to like say the wrong thing.
Yeah,
I
like walking on eggshells.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they could have done a little bit more walking on eggshells suspense to really tie it in.
I agree. I think that could have gone like a lot further than actually showing just domestic violence scenes. Like, you would have, like the Alfred Hitchcock approach to films, right? That resides within you, whereas just like one visual, like one scene of her like falling down the stairs kind of goes in and out, in your ear out, kind of like just for a fleeting second. Whereas that like
the eliciting of the emotion
thank you
ties you to it a little bit more.
Yeah, indeed. Wow. Well said.
Well said. Taylor had a podcast and you could totally tell.
She's very articulate. She knows how to use her words good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So I think depending on your past experiences, whether or not you'll like it and find it entertaining, like I'll watch it again.
You would watch it.
Yeah.
Again. You're like excited for it to come out.
I am.
Okay.
I don't know why this is so hard for me. Yeah. Taylor, what do you have to say about it?
I'm going to see it. I'm excited to see it in theaters. I don't know. That sounds like a fun thing that I haven't done in a long time. Get some popcorn.
100%.
Yep.
I'm mostly excited about it because of Blake Lively.
100%. She's my favorite.
But yeah, I'll report back and let you know if I'm gonna watch it again afterwards. Did you read the second book?
I did.
Okay. Did you read the second book? Okay,
yeah.
Great. Do we think there's gonna be a second movie?
I don't know. I feel like there's not enough content in the second book to make a whole movie.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
I also think like when you said the line about like how she says it ends with us, that makes more sense when you brought back up like the mom stuff and her like trying to end that like generational mistake.
That's exactly right.
But when you come at it with the context of like there's this other book, I guess I was thinking about it more from like the love story, right? Like that the title was more related to the love story. But I think she wrote the second book in response to the first book. I don't think it was ever a plan, from my understanding.
Yeah, people were demanding a second book.
I hope someone does demand something of me someday. Of consequence, I guess. Not just like doing the dishes.
You have very Blake Lively-esque hair.
I was trying. It was on theme for today.
Totally.
It really is. It's so long.
Do you think she has dreadlocks too?
I think if she didn't brush her hair, she would.
Yeah. It's almost exactly the same, only different.
I'm going to try all of her hair products.
Yeah. Does she tell you what they are?
Blake Lively?
Yeah.
Does she have her own hair
a
product
shampoo and hair mask.
She does?
It just came out like this week.
Oh,
in
that
conjunction
seems...
with the movie. Because she's got a lot of hair. It's gorgeous hair in the movie.
Did you guys see there was like a video online recently of like videos of her aging over time versus her husband aging over time? I loved that.
I love that.
She didn't change at all.
She's
he
fantastic.
got Silver Foxy.
Yeah.
Like he got hotter.
Oh, he
in
totally
an
got
aging
hotter.
way. And she just stayed the same.
I know.
Which is how it should always be.
I like her body in this movie. She, I don't know where she is in that recent pregnancy. Like I'm
Oh, it was like 4 months postpartum that she filmed it.
So she is not like Ozempic thin. She's just like a full figure, and she does it so beautifully. Like it's just nice to see her with curves.
Oh yeah, she's fit.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I just said she's a fuller figure individual that like she doesn't look like stick skinny, and it was refreshing to see something and like her to be portrayed as like like beautiful and desirable. So,
speaking of fit bodies, okay, look at little tiny little Taylor. We want to talk about your bodybuilding bikini.
Okay, so
journey.
Taylor, in addition to being I'm just giving some context, outside of being a chiropractor, Taylor, you enjoy fitness.
I do.
What does that look like?
Probably more than anything else, actually.
Yeah, probably more than anyone I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You enjoy fitness quite a bit.
I think you like it even more than me.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation with my wife, who I would also say enjoys fitness, and it turns out she doesn't enjoy it as much as I do. So maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know. I think fitness for me, can I be real?
Yep.
And like sad for a second?
Fitness
for me was like how I recovered from my eating disorder as a kid. I used to just like run all the time, and cardio machines tell you how many calories you've burned.
Yeah.
So I would like eat whatever I wanted, read the packages, know how many calories it was, right? And then I would like jump on the treadmill and just like run or walk or whatever until I'd burn that same number of calories. And then I got help, thanks mom and dad, and I wasn't allowed to do that anymore, so I had to find other ways to move my body, and I found like weightlifting to be fun, and I felt strong and I liked it, and I felt like I was like exerting energy, but I had no clue about like the caloric expenditure, so it became like this healthy way of just being like, oh, I'm doing this because it feels good and because I like it. And yeah, I think over the years like my body has shape shifted and looked different based on different things, and I think in gaining education and experience, I have kind of learned how I like my body to look, and also like what methods I enjoy to get there.
And what are those methods?
I don't know. I like to have fun. Like a lot of, I think people are into Pilates. No, I'm not dogging Pilates. I think Pilates is great, especially from like a functional and like from a chiropractic standpoint. I myself didn't find the classes particularly fun, so I don't do that. But that's just me. So I like to mix in some like high intensity training, but I also love to go for like long walks and do kind of more like zone 2 cardio. And then I also do like some weightlifting on the side. And then I still run because I do like it.
Pilates is for when you don't feel like working out, you want to lay down and go to sleep, but you still have to work out.
I am going to try a new studio soon and decide if I'll give it a refresh. But
I like Pilates because the way in which it lengthens your body, if you're looking for a leaner, like ballet look, as opposed to weightlifting.
And it is like it's a definite form of weightlifting. There's much more like slow and controlled, which is also, good. And I should probably do the things that I'm not great at. So,
But for some people who are intimidated by weightlifting, because they can be intimidated,
totally.
right? I mean, it's never been a better time to be a lady working out in the gym. You feel really like welcomed and accepted, but it can still be really daunting.
It's definitely daunting. I feel like I'm nice and I smile a lot, and then in the gym I'm like And I'm like, why am I doing that? Now I'm intimidating people and I don't want to do that. I want to welcome people. But there is something about it. I think people just turn into their like, I don't know, ultra selves, or they like put on their headphones and their hoods and they like don't want to talk to anyone. So it's not always a welcoming environment, but you just have to try to find someone, like a buddy, like someone to go with to make you feel welcome. And then also you start to like feel more comfortable and do the things that feel good to you.
Totally.
Oh, I totally mean mug in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. I think because like where I work out in the big, like at work sometimes, there's so many dudes there. And I was like, don't even look at me.
Yeah.
Like,
That's just
I want nothing to do with you. Like, ew. Yeah.
True.
I wouldn't say mean mug in your own personal gym.
Oh, no. Well,
mean,
but
like
one time I did because someone brought in a baby and the baby was crying. And I was like, I was appalled.
Yeah.
But also like,
Not daycare.
it isn't, but also like if that's how you have to get your workout in, I don't know. You got to like do what you have to do.
I know. I couldn't completely understand. But I also understand Lindsay's perspective.
Totally.
This is her safe space. And especially from
It's
children.
supposed to be safe for babies and children.
Just get those noise canceling headphones.
Oh my God. It was screeching so loud.
Oh my God.
That's the triggering. Not the movie, but the baby in the gym.
Yeah.
That's what gets her unwound.
That
She
screeching
doesn't
noise.
care that the lady was pushed down the stairs. She's like, oh my God, it was so fun.
Can't wait to watch it again. Don't bring your baby back here.
Bring your baby near my cardio machine. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, I think that's very legit.
I will say I went to
Clearly.
brunch recently and I didn't think brunch was like a super baby place.
Oh.
I me either.
Babies
Tons
are
of babies.
everywhere.
Tons of babies. And it was in like a pretty like young couple area of town. I
Yeah.
was very shocked at the number of children.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of a
Mhm.
movement. You have friends that do that where their baby does not hinder their lifestyle.
No, the baby goes everywhere.
Which again, I feel like that's a good thing because
No.
we
went tubing and the baby
Never mind.
The baby was in the tube, like tubing, and she was in a kayak. And this is no shade on the thing, but like from where I witnessed this, the tube flipped over.
That feels unsafe.
and the baby was in the rapid of
The baby had a life jacket on.
it was a
Was it upside down though?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
feels like drowning.
Yes.
Or
And
waterboarding.
the baby, this baby's not 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 months old.
I think so.
And he's like floating on his back and it's a very fast rapid. And I was like, this is kind of not what I would be doing if I had a child.
Yeah, that feels
It was so unsafe.
that feels dangerous.
Because the mother and the child were separated.
Yeah, so I would think maybe if you held
But how do you
Said
hold
baby.
it when you like flip over?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you're like, no, it was something I wasn't comfortable with.
I don't know.
She grabbed him fairly quickly.
Fairly quickly.
Yeah. I
Checked her
guess,
phone.
yeah.
Got back to an email or two and then was like, what?
But even she
Still
was
good.
like, yeah, no, like, okay.
They're doing like exposure therapy.
Hmm.
But anyways,
How did we get here?
I don't know. Okay. You don't have to like answer this if you don't want to, but eating disorders.
Yeah,
So like Chelsea, I always kind of joke.
I do know. I listened to the
Yes,
show, by the way.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I definitely have an eating disorder that I don't want to get rid of because I like being skinny. But then it's also like, no, I should I should change my ways. Because I also have another friend who confided in me. And she's like, yeah, I've been
Hers
like,
is way worse than ours.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Who's like also been like struggling with her eating disorder. And I was like, oh shit, I feel like I should like
Help her?
and also like, I don't know, try to, I don't know like what the words are to say to her to like help her get out of this
Yeah.
like spiral. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's your job to
I
help
was
her.
like, I don't think you can. Do you have the power to fix it?
Well, no, but I don't want to be saying like anything to like
Yeah,
encourage
you don't want to
it,
like make
you
it
know?
worse.
Yeah, I don't want to make it worse.
Tell her not to listen.
We've actually stopped recording this podcast. It's no longer on air. I feel like, yeah, just, I mean, I feel like going back to like not making comments about people's body, right? Like, because even if somebody is like a smaller framed person and you say like, oh, you look great, or like
Yeah.
you like look so skinny or tiny or like whatever you like think is a compliment, sometimes that can be like triggering for people. So like trying to make it more about like other accomplishments or like their personality rather than like their body. But I do think it's like on everybody's like own timeline necessarily, unless it's like really bad where you're like you know, their life is at stake and people need to be stepping in. But like, yeah, when I was full-fledged eating disorder, I thought I looked great and I did not want help. No. But
You're like,
I've found other ways now. And it's not to say that it's like done, right? Like I still have days like anybody else where I feel like I think about it a little bit more. I think about how I look a little bit more. I'm more like self-critical, but I think in general, especially like the knowledge and the experience that I've had of like actually eating more and fueling my body, like helps me to get to a place where I'm confident and also I'm not hungry. It's great.
Do you think you have a responsibility to kind of keep that in check just because of the people you help? Do you find, yeah.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever thought about it. But no, I don't like because I work in like chiropractic, I don't know, no one's talked to me necessarily about their eating disorder. But I will say like with some health coaching that I do with some clients, I think I see patterns of disordered eating. But again, it's not like within my scope of practice or my job to help them. So it's more just like trying to, instead of like correct, more just add different ways to support or different ways that they can like look at how they feel or what they're eating and things like that.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of why like working at a gym is not good for me.
I could see that.
Yeah. It's like literally a conversation or a comment every single day. Not just like one, probably like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just everybody's talking about what everybody looks like, what everybody's eating.
And like me specifically,
Oh, yeah.
like to my face. Like,
I hate that for
yeah.
you.
Yeah. And unless you wear like sweatpants, right?
Right.
Because in a very male traditional like misogynistic world, they'd be like, you're not dressing to avert the male gaze.
Right. But it's even the ladies.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Male, female gaze. Okay, person gaze. How about that? Just like human gaze.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do to avoid
And
it.
a lot of times they probably feel like they're giving you a compliment, right? But it like stirs up thoughts, right?
And then it's in my head. I'm like, oh my God, I definitely have to work out today because you have expectations that I have to uphold.
I have to keep going.
I have to keep going. Like my legs have been a topic of conversation the entire summer that I've been working there. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, I've never had like such nice legs, I guess, but okay, now I better keep on working out. It's leg day today. Like I gotta keep doing it. And like the trainers that I work out with, they're like, hey, we're gonna do legs. I'm like, okay, I guess that's like the thing. Yeah.
I feel like as long as you're also doing it for yourself, right? Like, I think that's.
I am. And like this last, like, I haven't really worked out in like 2 weeks or so.
Because of your calf?
Yeah, because my calf and then like vacation. And then I just was like taking a week off because I was sick. And like, okay, it's been like 3 weeks basically. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go back to the gym. Like people are expecting me.
Like, I feel like that's one of the things, right? Is like, you're not like, sure, if you were to sustain an injury that took you out for like months, you would experience atrophy and you would lose strength. And like, yeah, the whole like, if you don't use it, you lose it kind of thing. But you also like regain it so fast once your body like kind of like there's that, not really, but like muscle memory, right?
Yeah.
So like it comes back faster if you've already had it. So like, yeah, a day off, a week off, any of that is totally fine. You'll get back in no time.
Yeah.
So you're not back.
Yeah.
No, I'm not back, but I think for the long term, working at a gym is like not
I applaud the fact that you have enough self-awareness to recognize that this is like a little too much pressure.
Yeah.
You're hard enough on yourself as it is to have an external audience like constantly commenting.
Totally.
I told you, even at the restaurant, every goddamn day, that's a cute dress. That's a cute dress. I wish my appearance, whether it's tell me to smile, was not, could be stricken from
The topic of communicating, topic of conversation.
like, tell me I seem smart or that I'm funny or something other than just appearances.
Yeah, personality is key. Like talking about personality traits for sure.
Oh, you look really smart today. Okay, I will take that to the bank.
You gotta get a pair of glasses.
Yeah.
That really helps.
Yeah.
People think I'm smart.
You're super smart.
Did you find that in chiropractic school? I felt like, especially like early on, like everyone was like, what are you eating for lunch? What are you eating for lunch? Right? Like being in like a healthy place. Like it felt like you could not bring pizza. I eventually did, but like.
I think that's, where it all started because I'm from Wisconsin, the land of like cream of whatever casserole.
It should just be the
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. It's so good, but like in
Wisconsin.
Yeah, cream of Wisconsin. So that's when I learned about gluten-free. That's when I learned about dairy-free. That's when I learned about
chiropractic school.
Yeah, chiropractic school. Like I didn't know any of these things and like vegetarian and like vegan. I was like, I didn't know any of these things until chiropractic school. And I was like, what?
If it doesn't come in a 9x12 pan, I don't want it.
How many pounds of cheese are in there?
Oh my god.
If it's less than 5, don't give it to me.
I also talked to like a girl who went through the same thing when she went to like nutrition school. But like people were like critiquing the fact that they were like eating bananas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I guess it's like I don't know. I won't perpetuate the like issue, but like it's great. Yeah, just stop judging people. Keep your eyes on your own plate. Keep your eyes on your own body.
Mm-hmm.
Do what makes you happy.
Easier said than done. And like in 7th grade, my mom was like, "You need to go on a diet."
Oof.
I feel like also parents were so indoctrinated into like the
In
diet
the 80s.
culture.
Yeah.
Like
No,
low
that was
fat.
normal back in the day. And to like expect more of your children. As if being skinny, they were encouraging us to be skinny, like, go to college and be skinny. You will be successful. Yeah, you'll be a better...
A degree in 00.
Yes. I mean, I did celebrate the fact that I was in my skinny jeans this week, so I'm like, well, am I just full of shit?
When you say skinny jeans, do you mean skinny jeans or do you mean your skinny person jeans?
Like the smallest size jeans I currently have in my wardrobe.
Closet. Yeah. Are you still wearing skinny jeans? Because I am, and I'm feeling insecure about it.
Oh, don't feel insecure about
Okay.
anything.
No. I feel like if they look good on you, you should wear them.
Oh, says the person that is like, oh, I used to miss skinny jeans. Oh,
But now I don't like the fact of something touching my leg.
Oh, she's so...
Interesting.
Because I put leggings on this weekend, and I was like, I don't really like how this feels on my legs at the moment, but I was cold.
Summertime, no?
Yeah, but it was cold out this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's cold.
You'll shift back into it.
Yeah, I think because my legs have been exposed for months that like I can't like stand the thought of like full clothing on my
full
legs.
pants.
Yeah, no, they are skinny jeans to answer your question, and I'm down with it.
Good.
I don't discriminate, and I, unlike Lindsay, don't necessarily. I just, if it looks good, I wear it.
I'm with you.
I don't believe in trends per se. I'm open to them, and I will try them. I'll do it, but I won't exclude anything.
I used to hate skinny jeans. Like when they first came out, I was like, who wants to walk around looking like an inverted triangle? This is so weird.
Yeah, but I like them.
Now I just don't know what shoes to wear with like wide leg pants.
Oh, see, now I'm convinced that skinny jeans don't look good on me at all because I've been brainwashed by the young kids.
Yeah.
And
Why
now
are
I'm
you
like,
letting them dictate?
I don't know, because I want to like try the trends and I want to see if it looks good. I like a skinny jean with like not skin tight at the ankle, but like a couple inches of like breathing room.
I just think it's weird to have like 23-year-olds dictating what like 30s.
Well, also because we've already worn that.
Yeah.
Like I wore that first.
I know. And I'm like,
and you wore
it
better.
might have looked better.
And you just get around to it. I was like, courage is doing it the first time when there's no one to like shepherd you through this.
Fair.
And like no one told you what shoes to wear and like what top it matches with. We didn't get like a cheat sheet cliff notes on what the trend is. And we didn't have like someone to like broadcast this is what people are wearing. You just had to keep your eyes peeled.
Did your family members, all like specifically moms, always say like, oh, I used to wear that when I was in high school, and like talk to you about how like the trends recircle, and you were like, you're lying, absolutely not. And now I feel like it's true. Did that happen to you?
I feel like that happened when flare jeans were
Yeah.
around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or and it was like more 70s-ish, I feel
Sure.
like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like the one thing that she was talking
Like
about.
we repeated the 70s and the 90s, and I
But
feel
we
like
only did two. We only repeated two, where I think like Z's and alphas are repeating everything
The whole
and
thing.
not necessarily like creating their own. I don't see them creating
Copycats.
anything. And I what's that?
copycats.
Kind of. They're just there's not the ingenuity of a different style that like you can point to their decade.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone is born with such a good fashion sense as you.
No, it's not about fashion sense. I do appreciate fashion history and the decades. I would encourage them. It's not necessarily the kids, but like the designers and the fashion houses coming up at this time. Like, make your own. Do your own. Be cool. Like, stop fucking copying me. And then you're like, oh no, you know what, bitch? You didn't even create it in the first place. And now you're dictating to us. Make your own. Put your head down and do some work and design something cool. Fuck you.
Heard it here first.
Fuck. Jesus Christ, and you're going to tell us, no, that's out. We made it the first time. And now you're going to tell us we're going to wear everything we have. And they're like, get rid of it. Fuck, you just told us about sustainability, which is it. I'm so mad.
Lessons learned from today.
Oh my gosh. Outfit of the day. Just use whatever you have. And if you don't want to buy stuff, just like repurpose it. Oh my God. Between that and the movie, I'm hot.
I think
It's not the fact that there's 3 people sitting in a small space, for
No.
sure.
That wouldn't be the first time. No.
No.
I love 3-ways.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyways, I think we just lost all of our Gen Z listeners. So share
I
this
don't
with
think
your
so.
besties.
You guys are so capable of so many things. I would love to see what your creative vision looks like if you didn't copy from other people. What would you wear?
Yeah, tell us. Okay, make sure you share this episode with your bestie and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast at The Honestly Show. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.